Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in true sincerity. And we're going to jump right into it. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 11. This is, but thou, O man of Yahweh. So this is specifically speaking to the man of the Lord. You know, the man of the Lord, as you read the title there, is to fight the good fight of faith. So when you're fighting, you're putting forth a consistent, constant effort. You know, so it's a constant battle. It's a constant beating the defense as well as the offense. There's no slack. There's no rest in a fight in order to win. You know, so you gotta. There's many times in this truth where you gotta fight for your faith. You gotta fight to hold on to things that you believe. You gotta fight to hold on to the standards that are expected of you as a man of the Lord. You know, and part of that is having discipline, as the scriptures, as we're going to get in the scriptures, letting go of certain things. It said, but thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things. You know, so when you read the previous chapter, it's speaking about just a bunch of poor examples of poor behavior, specifically the love of money, which is nothing wrong with brothers having money, and the Lord's going to bless certain men with money for the help of the body. But you're supposed to flee certain things of the world. So we're going to continue on. It says, but thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. And these are characteristics that to the best of your ability, you must try to pursue in your personal life. You know, because like we always say, knowing scriptures is one thing, but doing and performing them is what takes you to another level. So we're going to get a few precepts. Let's get a 2 Timothy 2 and 22. And it says, flee also useful lusts. Well, I'll start verse, that's out of verse 19. So nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh standeth sure, having the seal, the Lord knows them that are his. You know, so those speaking of the elect, and those men are going to be given a spirit that desires righteousness. And let everyone that nameth the name of Yahweh Mashiach depart from iniquity. You know, so if you claiming or you presenting yourself to be or naming or glorifying the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shai, then part of the expectation on your part is to depart from iniquity. And as we read in 1 Timothy 6:11, flee certain things. Get away from them. It says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. It says, if any man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor. So that's how you gain honor, by purging yourself from, as we're going to read in verse 22, useful lusts or things of the world. And the purging process is it could be very difficult and painful to some. It's good that we're purge. It says to cleanse out, to cleanse thoroughly, to cleanse. In the way that is going through the book of Psalms, a young man is cleansed by this word. You know, so to cleanse yourself is to wash yourself, to take away or do away with the filth of the things that pollute your spirit, man. It says, if any man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. So that tells you the type of that tells you the type of character and spirit you got to be in order to perform this work correctly. You are to be a man that purges himself from useful lusts, from the things of the world, and then you will be a benefit and an asset to the body. It says a meat for the master's use. So unless you purge yourself from certain things in your life, you are not qualified or up to standard for the Lord to use you. It says, and prepared unto every good work. So that's the process that has to take place, man. It's not just knowing the scriptures and believing what it says. It's also a purging that has to take place within you. It says for 2 Timothy 2:22, it says, flee also useful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart, sincerity, because that's camp. The brothers spoke about sincerity, man. Even though we fall and even though we come short, the Lord looks at your sincerity. So going back to verse 22, it says, flee awful useful lust. And the useful lust is basically it's a simple mind. Let's get that in Proverbs, the 7th chapter. This is Proverbs 7:7. And it says, and I beheld, and it's also at verse 6. It says, for at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and I beheld among the simple ones, I discern among the youth a young man void of understanding. So that's what useful lust or simplicity is. It's having no understanding. It's not knowing. It's not knowing the right path to take or the right decisions to make. While man void of understanding is a man void of this truth or void of this word. So the rest of the world is simple. That's why the Most High called Israel sottish children. And that word sottish means basically stupid. If you look at the word simple, it means knowing nothing. Let's get Proverbs 9:4. It's a lot. It's Proverbs 9:4. It says, who's was simple, that was all us at one point, that we didn't know anything. Let him turn hither. As for him that wants understanding, she says so to him, come eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. See that? So a simple way, a useful law, a foolish way, they're all tied together. Because anything apart from this truth is simplicity or stupidity and foolishness. Let's get that word simple. Whoso is simple. It says here, simplicity, naivety, simple, foolish, open-minded. And that's what the world, they expect you to be. They expect you to be open-minded or tolerant of the wickedness that occurs in this place. But if you go down to verse 13, you look at that word simple. Speaking of a foolish woman's clamor, she's simple and knows nothing. It gives you another definition here. It says silly, simple, simplicity, naive, or knowing nothing, man. In other words, silliness. So that's foolishness, as you read in the previous scriptures, man. We were to follow or seek or put effort into things of righteousness. Get Deuteronomy 16:20. This is Deuteronomy 16:20, and it says, speaking of judges and officers, also at verse 18. It says, judges and officers shalt thou make indeed in all thy gates, which the Lord thy power giveth thee through thy tribes, and thou shalt judge the people with just judgment, according to the law, statutes, and commandments, according to the word. Thou shalt not wrest judgment, thou shalt not respect person, even take a gift or give to by the eyes of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous. And this is the point. So that which is altogether just shalt thou follow, that thou mayest livest. So, you're supposed to seek just right things. And inherit the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Let's get Psalm 34:14. It speaks the same thing, pretty much. It says, we'll start at verse 11. Psalm 34:11 says, come ye children, hearken unto me, I will teach you the fear of the Lord. And the fear of the Lord is keeping the commandments, first and foremost. Say, what man is he that desires life and loves many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. So that's the effort that you got to put into it. That's the effort that you got to have in this life, is to pursue righteousness. Get that word pursue. It says to pursue, put to flight, chase, dog, tend closely upon, to follow after, to aim, secure, to run after. So you're supposed to put a concentrated focus and effort in the attainment of righteousness. And righteousness is basically just living with the utmost of common sense and right living, just being on top of your program, man. With all sincerity and truth in decency and order. Because the scripture said that all you can be done decency and order, so that needs to apply to every area of your life. That's what righteousness is, man. Righteousness is basically doing the right thing at all times. Let's get 1 Peter 3:11. Just 1 Peter 3:11. It says, "Let him." Well, I'll start at verse 10. It said, "For he that would love life and see good days," because if you pursue righteousness, if you pursue the holiness of the Lord, then you basically that's the most beneficial way to minimize problems in your life. It's when you start running after evil shit and pursuing youthful lust, and when problems arise in your life. When you don't do things correctly, is when problems arise in your life. When you're doing everything correct to the best of your ability, that's when you have the least amount of problems. Not saying that you're not going to have any, but you will minimize those problems substantially. It says, "For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile. Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it." See, it's once again, let him eschew evil. Not to eschew is to hate. And that goes to Job as well. Job was told to, it was said of Job that he eschewed evil. He hated evil. He wasn't tolerant of it. And do good. See that? Do good. Do good in what? In everything. Let him seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord, right? They seek peace and ensue it. Yeah, let's get that word ensue. To pursue, to make run, to flee, to put away, to run swiftly in order to catch. See, so that speaks of a concentrated, focused effort. It says, "For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open to the prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And who is he that will harm you if ye be followed of that which is good?" See, so following righteousness and fleeing youthful lust minimize the drama and problems in your life. That's just common sense, man. Let's get up 1 Timothy 4:12, and that leads you to be an example to others. We're supposed to be, being members of this body. Let's get up 1 Timothy 4:12, and we'll close it out on that. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of believers in word, conversation, charity, in spirit, and faith, and purity." And that word conversation means conduct. Let's go ahead and get that. Behavior, conversation, so see conduct, manner of life, conduct. The manner of life entails all things in your life. It entails your health, your finances, the way you are at work. Everything that you do outside the truth is your conduct. And what's in the truth is not just knowing, like I said, it's not just knowing scriptures and going out to camp. It's much more than that, man. It says, "Let no man aspire that you be the example of believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and purity, till I come give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which can be given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, get us all holy to them, that they profitably may appear to all." So it's a great benefit for you to pursue wisdom, to pursue understanding, for you to pursue righteousness. It says, "Take heed of thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue therefore in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee." So proper example is very important as well, man. And how are you going to give a proper example if you know a lot of scriptures, but your personal conduct is not up to par? So it all goes hand in hand, man. It's a whole new man concept. That's why the scripture says you must be born again. And it speaks about the new man and the old man. The new man concept is what's pushed in the scriptures, man. The scriptures, this truth should make you a new man in all things. But with that being said, it's a real quick lesson. Most I wouldn't hope they'll find. Then we give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. Kahalal Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. Bros, keep on pushing. Shalom.